Hey everyone, appchasers.com here. Today I want to take a look at the app called JW Companion that focuses on helping you to organize your documents, your literature for meetings and field service, and allows you to download from jw.org as well as annotate, highlight, and even record audio with your documents. So let's take a look at the app. And we'll show you some of the features, and you can see whether or not it's for you. So I'm going to open up the JW Companion app right now, and we've got this briefcase view with some folders here that are already populated, some of them. For example, if we go into the books folder, we've got our yearbook, Imitate Their Faith book, and What Does the Bible Teach? All of them with the ability to be downloaded by tapping on the cloud icon there. It's going to ask me if I'd like to download it. I can say yes. And as it's downloading, you'll see this 1 in the briefcase in the lower left corner. If I tap over there, it just finished downloading that book. And again, it's going to be in my books folder. Now that way of downloading seems to break or violate the usage rules of jw.org. It's better to download publications using a browser or going to jw.org in a browser and downloading that way, which JW Companion allows you to do as well. So I'll show you that in a few minutes. Let's go back into our briefcase. You can create new folders by tapping on the plus icon in the upper left. You can choose a color and you can name the folder. Hit done there, and now that folder is right here at the bottom of the screen. We've got meetings folder where there's some of the books that we use within our Christian meetings, and we've got talks, that is a folder that I'll show you how to use that in a few minutes. I've already downloaded some publications here, a PDF and an EPUB of an Awake and a Watchtower, but I'll show you how to do that in a couple minutes. But first of all, let's show you some of the annotation and highlighting features of JW Companion. So I'm going to go into my PDF here, and this is the PDF view. It's a nice view, and one of the things I like about JW Companion is if you have 2 pages here, it'll show you those pages next to each other. So right now I've got pages 2 and 3 displaying at once, which I like. That's pretty cool. You're taking advantage of the iPad screen. On the iPhone, it'll only show you 1 at a time. But now that I've got this page open, let's look at some of the annotation features here of JW Companion. And up at the upper right-hand corner, actually not so much the corner, but we've got this little icon here of a pen on paper. That'll bring up your toolbar to the left-hand side here. So this will show us the tools that we have available. The first one being the highlighting tool. So if we activate that, we can drag on the screen and highlight some of the text. If we tap on that highlighting, we can change the color. We can change the opacity here, make it a little bit lighter if we'd like. Or let's go into color and customize the color. This brings up a nice color wheel that we can just change the color to whatever we like. Alright, so I've got a purple there. We can also delete that highlight if we want, and we can add a note to it at any time. To get out of this note dialog, you just tap anywhere else on the screen. So there's our little note icon there. It's pretty small. And to actually see that, you can't tap on it, but instead you have to tap on the highlighting again and go to note. It'll bring up that note once again. But there's another feature here that's called note, another tool, so I'll show you how to use that. It's a little bit different. We've also got a annotation. So if I tap on that tool and then tap anywhere on the screen, I can just type in some text here. This is a test. So I've got my text. I can move it around if I drag. and I can edit it, adding more. Maybe I'll add a period to that. And notice that it now starts to crop a little bit or force it onto a new line. So you can resize that box at any time. If we go into our inspector here, that allows us to change the color of the text. We can change the fill color of the box as well. So that's cool. I'm going to put it on no color right now. And we can change the size of the text, the alignment, the font choice here. If you want to change the font, the opacity, quite a few different options with annotating text. So I like that. It's a great way to annotate a document. We've also got this note tool, as I've mentioned before. If we tap on that and we tap anywhere on the screen, it'll add a note. And we'll just tap anywhere else on the screen. Now this note is not attached to any highlighting, so I can move it around and tap on it to bring up that note. So I like it a little bit better than using the note with the highlighting, because again, you can't tap on it unless you tap on the highlighting first and then open up that note. We've got some drawing tools available as well. If I tap on this one here, it'll allow us to maybe call out a certain portion of the document. I like the ink that it uses. It seems pretty smooth. Anytime you want, you can, well, let's change the color of these different drawings that I've made here. Now to change it, I need to tap on the drawing tool again, and now tap on my drawing, and it brings up my editing box. Tap on inspector, and I can change the color to anything I'd like. Can also change the thickness, the opacity as well. Okay, and then underneath the drawing tool, we've got this a little more of a freeform highlighting tool. We can highlight a block of text at any time. Tap on that to deselect it, and we can change the thickness if we'd like. We can change the color. And that's just if you want to do some quick highlighting to call out portions of the page. You can also call out a portion by choosing any of our shapes here. So let's maybe draw a circle in here. I'm going to change the color to orange for my next circle. Alright, I'll tap on the tool again, and you can change the color or the thickness, whatever you'd like. So it's some pretty cool ways to be able to mark up your documents here in JW Companion. You can also add an image to your document. I'm going to tap on the image here, go into my photo library, and maybe I'll add an image of some of the public witnessing that we did recently. You can scale it and move it around on the page. If you're studying during the meeting, or perhaps you're taking notes in a document like this, in a PDF, you can record the audio of the meeting as you're doing it. To do that, I'm going to tap on my add a photo icon again, and allow me to bring up some more options here, one of them being the microphone tool. Alright, so now that I've got the microphone tool activated, I can tap anywhere on the screen, and it'll allow me to sing. So here we are, we're recording using the JW Companion app. I'm going to stop that. So let's go back into our briefcase view here. One thing that JW Companion does allow you to do is view two different documents side by side. So to do that, you need to go into the settings of the app and turn it on. That's found in the lower right corner. Tap on this little gear icon, and you can tap in Duo Screen. We'll do that, and we'll turn it on there. So now we can open two different documents. For example, let's go into our Kingdom Ministry folder, and let's open maybe our May English Kingdom Ministry. Alright, there it is. Open there. Now, you'll notice that we've got this plus icon in the upper right hand corner. I'm going to tap on that to open the next document. So maybe our May Chinese pinyin. All right, so we've got these stacked on top of each other, and we can scroll through them vertically here. Now this is where the JW Companion app gets a little bit weird. I don't really like how it reacts to in this duo screen format. For example, I've got the iPad laid flat right now, but if I tilt it up, it goes into a side-by-side view, which I like even better. I'm scrolling up right now in either side. It's very cool. But if I start to lay it flat again, it goes back to stacked. If I raise it a little more vertical, it goes to the side-by-side. So if you're using this during the meeting and the iPad's on your lap, it's going to be going all over the place, and I really hate that. So I think the developers really need to fix this. They say you can stop it by turning off your orientation. I'm just swiping up here into my command or control center here, and now if I'm moving the iPad, it's not going to affect it. But I think it should just be this side-by-side view. You can zoom in anyways, so you know, it's just a better way to view these documents. But in these this duo screen view, okay, we were messing up there a little bit. But in this dual screen view, we can highlight, selecting text. You won't get the toolbar to the left, but you will get this toolbar anytime you want to highlight in the dual screen mode. All right, so I'm just highlighting here. You can change it again, change the colors. Anywhere outside of text, if you tap and hold, you can add your other tools, which are the annotation, adding a pictures, drawing, and even adding a microphone recording. So I'm going to just add an annotation here. All right, and I can move it around the screen anywhere I like. So that's the duo screen mode, which is pretty cool. I like that. Again, I wish the developer would just fix this buggy interface here in duo screen. All right, I'm going back to my briefcase view, and let's look at one other thing here in the briefcase mode, and that is the ability to add a Word document. So we talked about the Talks folder. At the upper, right under the clock, the upper middle section of the screen, I've got this W. That's a Word document that we can start creating. So supposedly you're supposed to be able to write a talk in this, but every time I go to save the document, let's see here, or exit out, go back to my briefcase, it's going to ask me to save a document or a Word document. So that's a bug that the developer needs to work out and worked out in future versions. All right, I'm trying to open it up again. All right, so there we go. I did say one last thing, but there is another thing you can do here, and that is the record button. It's going to allow you to record. When you're not viewing a document, you can still record some audio. And I'm going to tap on that microphone again. Ask me what I'd like to save it. I'll just choose the default, hit done. And now that recording is in my music tab at the bottom. So there's a couple recordings that I have, and you can play them back, you can delete them, whatever you'd like to do there in the music tab. And lastly, in the briefcase view here, I've got my photos. I can take a picture of a document. Let's see here. I'm just going to take what's on my desktop right there. Say use photo. And it just saved that photo into my briefcase view. So you can take pictures with it too. Let's look at some of the features at the bottom of the screen. Actually, the bottom of the briefcase view. You can download documents if you use a cloud service from your folders in the cloud, such as iCloud, Dropbox, Google Drive, or OneDrive. So you can download straight from those. Unfortunately, it doesn't sync to those, but you can download documents from those services. We can also change the language that the browser will open a new tab in. And we've got our publisher icon. Now, that little man right there will allow you to record your field service placements and time. It's fine. I prefer to use a standalone app like MyTime to do that. So that's right here on the briefcase view. But what if you actually want to download some documents into JW Companion? Well, that's what these tabs at the very bottom do. We're in briefcase view right now. We can go over into news. That'll show us the latest information that's available on jw.org. So we can tap on any one of these and it'll take us into our browser. We can also tap on the music. We showed you, we did create that audio file, but at the top of any one of these tabs at the bottom, if you go into this globe icon, it'll take you to that exact section of jw.org. So since we were in the music, now it takes us to the music section. So we can download a song if we'd like. Maybe we'll tap on this new song MP3. Which one would we like? Well, let's try 139. And it'll ask us if we want to download that. So now it's downloading that new song. All right, it's download successful. Do you want to open? Well, no, I don't want to open it right now because I'm going to go back into music and show you that I now have that song there. So that's what the music player looks like. Go back out of there and we'll go into videos. Now some of these are pre-populated. Again, I prefer using the JW browser to download as that stays within the terms of use. So we'll tap that globe icon. It'll take us over into the videos on jw.org. Maybe we'll go into this video here. And now if we tap, again, it shows us that arrow here. If we tap on this arrow at the bottom of the screen, it'll show us the different resolutions that we can download. So 240, 360, 480 are all the quality of the video. I'm going to choose the lowest quality for this demonstration. Hit download. All right, do you want to open the file? No, I don't, because I'm going to go back into my video tab and show you that I do have that downloaded now. There it is there, and we can play it. We also have some of the AirPlay abilities also available right there. So we'll go back out of our video. That's how you download videos. And we can go into our browser tab, which is the one at the bottom far right. Now you can see we've got our different tabs, screen tabs that are open here for what we've been looking at here on jw.org. But we can just navigate straight into the main page. All right, so there we are. And maybe I want to download an EPUB, and we'll see how it compares to using an EPUB in iBooks. So let's go into publications. We'll go into magazines. So it's working just like any browser, like Safari on the iPad. We'll go into our May Study Edition, and we'll tap PDF, or excuse me, EPUB. It's going to download that. And now it'll be available on our briefcase here. There's our EPUB. Let's open it and see how it looks. Very familiar view. Looks almost exactly like iBooks. As we start to navigate through the document, we see that there are some very similar features, such as tapping on a link to go to an article. Tapping on a scripture will bring up a pop-up, and we have to tap on that pop-up again to close it. I thought maybe you could just tap anywhere on the screen and it closes it, but you have to tap on the pop-up again. We can select text and highlight, and we can also select text and create notes. All right, there's a note that's available too. We can tap on the contents or table of contents in the upper left, and this will allow us to go to any article that we'd like to read and just swipe through those pages just like in iBooks. That's one nice thing about JW Companion. It's pretty quick. I like in the PDF view and in the EPUB view, like you're seeing here, it's very quick. So let's go back to our main briefcase view and let's move those some of those downloads into other folders here. We'll tap Edit, select maybe those 2 EPUBs, and we'll move those by tapping on this folder icon in the lower section of the screen. And we'll put those over into Meetings folder. Tap Done there. We'll go into our Meetings folder and we'll see that those 2 EPUBs are right there waiting for us. So this has been an overview of what the JW Companion app can do. It might be for you, it might not be, depending on what you want to use it for. Might help you when studying for the meetings. If you're in a foreign language, you might like the duo screen view there. And it seems to be pretty quick and good way to edit and annotate documents. This has been appchasers.com.